Welcome back to Scheming with Sis, the podcast where two sisters talk about life, relationships, reality TV, and whatever else we find ourselves scheming about. Hope you enjoy this episode.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome back.
Yes, episode 2.
So fun. I cannot believe we launched this last week. How have you been
I
feeling this
know.
week about it?
I've been feeling so good about it, actually. I feel like we've gotten a lot of positive feedback just from the people that, are close to us and know our few watchers or listeners. Like even my cute coworker, she was like, I loved it. It was great. And so I feel like that, I don't know, it was probably the reassurance that we needed.
Yeah.
To just feel, extra happy about it. But it's awesome. I think it was kind of a long process to figure out just how to even release it, all the steps and things that we had to do.
Yeah.
But now that it's out there, I feel like every single episode's going to be even easier.
Yeah.
And so I'm stoked.
Agreed. Me too. Yeah. Part of my catching up for the week is working on the podcast and underestimating just how much there was to do. I think it's funny because both of us are taking this seriously, but also casual about it. But we both want things to come out and look good and be good. And so at the end of the day, it's like we're not that casual about it because we really want it to sound good, to look good for all the little parts. And just bear with us. We are, every podcast starts somewhere and we have kinks to work out, but we didn't want to let those things stop us from jumping in and recording. So
yeah,
we'll work out the kinks every week and hopefully things get smoother and easier.
Yes, we'll get it down to a science for sure.
Okay, so that's kind of my first thing of the week on our catch up. What about you? You've also been working on the podcast, but what's your week been like?
Was working on the podcast, working on the clips. What I did have to do, when was that? On Thursday, I had to go to the dentist because on my bottom right tooth, my gum was kind of receding. And I was like, what's going on? What's happening? I'm not 80 years old. This shouldn't be happening.
Yes.
And I did that 2 weeks ago. I had the dentist look at it and he was like, okay, let's just do some hydrogen peroxide, every night and then come back in 2 weeks and let's just see what it's looking like, see if that helped. Because he was thinking maybe there was some kind of bacteria or something that got stuck in there. And then I came back and I was thinking it was just going to be this checkup to see how things have been going and see how it's been healing and blah, blah, blah. And it was still irritated. And so he was playing around with my mouth. He was, pulling my gum out or pulling my lip out. And he was like, well, I see the issue. Your frenum. And I'm like, what the heck is a frenum? But it's that front little, almost like a tongue tie, but it's that little strand that connects your lip to your gum.
Yes.
And he was like, it's way too tight. And so he would pull my lip out and I could see my actual gum moving with it. So he was like, every time you brush your teeth, every time you eat, it's just pulling down. And that's why that's so irritated and not been able to heal. And he's like, we're going to have to laser that out. I'm like, pardon? And if you know me, I hate the dentist. It was already such a stretch for me to even go to the dentist for this.
Yeah.
I had to hype myself up so much. I would rather get a pap once a day for a week than go to the dentist. I can't do it. I don't know what it is.
That's so funny.
All the sensations, the drills, the cold,
Yeah.
Anyways, and so at this point, I can feel the anxiety just start building because I'm like, oh my God, okay, I was not prepared. I didn't hype myself up for this little procedure, which I would normally have to do. I would have done it either way, but I like a little heads up.
Yeah.
And so then they gave me 5 or 6 numbing shots.
Oh.
And let me tell you, these numbing shots hurt so bad. I've had numbing shots in the mouth before. I've gotten wisdom teeth removed. Did not compare. And
These were a different ball game.
it was a different ball game. And it was because just, like, the location of it, like, when you put your tongue, like, down, like, to your bottom gum starts so far down,
Mm,
like, where that is, and so
like in your
literally
chin.
it felt like the shots were going into my chin,
Oh,
and yeah,
so
they were
bad.
so terrible, but anyways, after I'm all numb, he's taking this little cauterizing laser, and he is just, like, burning away the little ligament, and after I'm so numb and I'm feeling, like, just, like, a little out of it, and I look in the mirror and I have a gigantic hole. Like, it literally looked like it went down, like, I don't know, like a centimeter, like, I could see into it. It
It
was
looked like someone burned a cigarette into your into your gum. Like,
so bad.
I'm so glad we've texted so much since that because for a minute, it was just that was your most recent thing you had sent me, and
Mhm.
every time I open our text, I'm like, "Jump scare."
Jump scare.
So bad.
No, it was so bad, and it hurt so bad. It still actually hurts today. Hopefully, by
Poor
the time
sis.
this is out on Friday, it's feeling better. I'm like, overall,
Yeah.
I think it's kind of closing over, but it's still like, I don't know, the whole thing creeps me out. And you know that, what's that one phobia where you're like afraid of holes? Like tryptophobia or something like that? Like you just don't like a bunch of holes? I don't
No,
know.
I've never heard of that.
Well, that's the thing. I've seen it on TikTok, and I'm like, for the
I
first
have
time
it
in my
now.
life, I felt bad.
After seeing your pictures, I'm like, "Okay, I have that."
Yep, have it diagnosed.
Yeah. No, that's so bad and
Yes,
gives me the heebies.
it gave me the heebies. I'm like, and right now, all that's I'm really feeling is just like my chin is bruised. But like, as far as the gums go, it's not that bad. I feel like today's been the best day. It took about 3 days.
Good.
But
Good. Thank goodness.
I'm like,
We tried
I'm,
to push off recording for,
yeah,
as long as we could because poor sis.
I know. I'm still trying to decide if it's like too scary for when we make a clip, if I just drop the picture in there.
I know. I'm really thinking we should, but
I
I'm
feel
like,
like that too.
it'll definitely be a jump scare.
Maybe with a little trigger warning.
Mhm. Yes. Dentist fears, trigger warning.
Yes.
Hole, fears of holes,
Hole
trigger
in
warning.
mouth.
Yes.
Hole phobia.
Yes. All of it. So funny. I don't know if you even recall. I mean, you obviously do, but I cannot believe that I was in the dental field for a minute there.
Yes.
Like,
Like you were what, a dental assistant,
I was a dental
hygienist?
I was a dental assistant. Yeah.
Dental
So I
assistant.
assisted the dentist in all of his procedures and like, I mean, we're talking everything. And oof.
I don't know what my salary would need to be for me to go into that field.
And what people don't know is I actually have like my all my anxiety, everything that I like struggle with like mentally is regarding health like fears. And so it's just so funny that I was able to work in a dentist office, but for some reason the dental office does not scare me at all. But anywhere else, you won't catch me.
That's so fair. I
Yeah.
feel like what scares me about the dentist is, like, honestly, exactly what happened. Like, you
Yeah.
go in just, like, thinking
True.
it's
Worst
gonna be
fear.
yeah, thinking it's just gonna be, like, a little 20-minute checkup. "Okay, it's looking alright, let's keep up with the hydrogen peroxide."
Yes.
But then you end up leaving with a hole in your mouth. I'm like or you end up leaving knowing you have 3 cavities or something, and you're gonna have to come back, like,
Story of my
luckily
life.
I know. I'm lucky with the cavities. I think I've had 1. But, like, I always just feel like you get some unexpected or bad news at the dentist. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And that's me. That's how I feel about the doctor. And,
Yeah.
like, the dentist, I mean, even though I have gotten horrible news, I came out of the dentist after, like, a very long time. I will not disclose how long it had been. But after a very long time, I came back and I had a rap sheet from the dentist. It was like, "Okay, here's our
Not the
step-by-step
rap
plan.
sheet.
Here's a step-by-step plan of what we need to do. We're gonna knock out this, 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 this." I mean, like, I'm finally at a point now where my mouth is, like, cavity-free.
Yeah.
I've got everything, like, root canals done, whatever is needed to be taken care of, but that was years, years.
Yeah, it's
Anyways,
brutal.
that's brutal.
Yeah. My other recap just of what happened this week was the backyard fiasco. I
Have you called
can't.
the city?
So it wasn't the city. We think it was Rocky Mountain Power. Okay, I'm going to start from the beginning.
Bastards.
Bastards, because we have these effing power lines. And anyways, they're not going to do anything. But
No.
we're going to try and call and like fight for it. But like what they're going to say is just, I'm sorry, it was in the power lines. Like there's nothing, that we. But okay. So what happened was, let me just preface that not this weekend, but last weekend, I spent like 5 hours in the backyard getting it ready for just like spring and summer. I mean,
Yeah.
I was so sunburned, back was sore. Like I took out 3 trash bags just of like leaves and sticks and all this. And I finally got it. It was perfection. And I come home from work on Tuesday and I'm going to let Honey into the backyard and just hang out because it was nice. And I'm walking out and I just see, at first I thought it was petals, just like a ton of
Right.
petals.
That's true.
Yeah. And then I get closer. I'm like, those are not petals. And I come outside and we had this tree that wasn't in our backyard, but it like might as well have been. It was up against the fence. Like our fence was concaving at the base because of the roots of this tree. Like that's how close it was to being in our backyard. And it was gone. Like the tree was just gone. And there was wood chips and sawdust covering every inch of my backyard. Every inch. There
Nightmare.
wasn't a place that didn't have it. It was in the fence, like in all the grooves. It was in Honey's turf. It was on the couch and all the rocks and like everywhere. And I was so, so livid. I can't even tell you. I just had to like sit in silence. And cute boyfriend Daniel, he was like so mad for me. I'm just pretty much standing there like this. And Daniel's out there with a broom and the vacuum. And he's like,
He's all-
I'm sorry. you know, just trying to pick it up. I can't even like fathom that it had happened. So I'm just like silent. And Daniel's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, this is so annoying.
This is so bad.
Trying to save.
My gosh.
Oh my gosh. And then they messed up our fence. We have a hole in our
Yes.
fence. It was like pulled off. There's now like a gap between the neighbors.
Ugh. Unacceptable. Absolutely. When you
Unacceptable.
told me, I was so raged. I was like, what? I told her to
Yeah.
call the city ASAP, and I guess it's not the city, but I hate when people don't take responsibility. That's so unacceptable.
So, so unacceptable. And I'm like, and just a warning would have been nice. Like,
Yeah.
it was more in our backyard than the community across from us, which is like where it was. Like I could have put tarps down. I would have put the furniture covers back on so it didn't get in every nook and cranny of the sectional.
Yeah.
Like
Courtesy.
courtesy. There was no courtesy.
0.
And yeah, so it's actually finally back to normal. We got a shop vacuum.
Yes. We had 2
And
of those.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're like, wait a second.
We had to
I could have
borrow.
brought you one.
I can't.
I just got one. I'm like, I have extras. I have 5.
You're like,
Whoops.
oh, I have 4 in the garage.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We actually didn't have to buy one. I work kind of in the design field, so I actually just borrowed the shop vac from our contractor.
Okay.
And I've got to give it back. But I'm like, honestly, by the end, it was kind of making some noises. It was like,
You're like, here you go.
it's not sucking quite as hard. So I'm like,
Whoops.
oopsies, here you go.
Here you go. Thanks for that.
I don't know. I'm like, I'm sure I can probably empty it and it would go back to normal, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
we have like a really mini one and then a big one. But yeah, those do come in handy.
Does come in handy. It
Poor
got it
sis.
back to looking good, and now we've just got to call our guy who did our fence and have him come out and fix it again.
I can't.
I can't.
Can't. Another thing on our catch up is actually something that pertains to both of us, and is we got tickets to What We Said podcast.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
That'll be so fun.
So fun. So I'm a huge podcast girl, which is what led to wanting to do this in the first place, and getting Gracie kind of like into podcasts and like showing her my favorite accounts and stuff that are just so fun and funny. And one of my favorites is What We Said. And I'm sure everyone knows what that is. But if you don't, go listen because it is so funny. These two girls, they're best
They're
friends.
so funny.
So funny, so cute. They've been best friends forever, and their dynamic is hilarious. And so they did a whole live show. They did a whole tour last year, and they didn't come to Salt Lake, and a lot of people were so bummed. And they did this cute little video announcement for the Salt Lake show that they like forgot a spot and a location. So they're coming to Utah May 30th, which is just such a fun time.
That is so fun.
And we're going out, us two girls. We're gonna get dinner, probably do something before, and then head to the show. And I'm just so freaking excited.
Oh, I'm so excited too. And we have so much fun when we do like our sister dates.
Yes,
We've
we
done
do.
it a couple times. I feel like we've started doing it more
Yeah.
ever since we did it the very first time. We went to go see what's the movie?
What was it? Well, we went to Texas Roadhouse first, but the movie we saw,
With Sydney Sweeney and Amanda.
was that the first one we went and saw? The Housemaid? I swore we saw a different movie first.
I
On our
think
first
so.
The Housemaid was the first one
I
we
think
saw?
that was the first one, and then
Okay.
we did it again and saw
Oh.
Wuthering Heights. Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Sis
Yes,
and I
you are
left
right.
Wuthering Heights depressed.
Our phrase after seeing that is "Release me."
Release me.
All I would hear is that theme song, and all it would do is take me back, take
Yeah.
me right back.
Shuddering
And
like
like
Glenn. That
yes.
one. Oh my gosh.
And then I would
know.
torture myself and put it on in the car.
Me
I'm
too.
like, "What am I doing?"
Why am I doing this to
That was
myself?
fantastic movie. Both of them, Housemaid and
They were both
Wuthering Heights.
so good.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my algorithm for the next week after that movie, I'm just like, I just need to get off social media because I'm never
Yes.
going to leave this
Yeah, it was depressing.
pit
It
of
was
despair.
yes, absolutely. Yeah, so fun. I love our sister dates, and that's gonna be an epic one.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. What else do you have for this week? Do you have anything else? I have one other thing.
Well, let's see. Daniel and I rewatched White Chicks last night. And I have not seen that movie since I was like probably 15 and in high school. I don't know the last time Daniel saw it. I don't know if he's actually ever seen it, but like, even if you haven't seen the movie, you've practically seen the
Yes.
movie just with all the clips and,
Yeah.
popular sounds. But it was so funny. Like, I forgot. I was belly laughing.
I need to
And
watch it.
you should rewatch it. And all I kept thinking is how this movie, they would have read the script and been like, no, we cannot release this in today's day and age. Like the humor back then was just so funny, but
So funny.
they could have
I wish
never released that kind of
Yeah.
movie now.
That's so good. Do you think Gavin would like it?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
he really would. It is
Okay.
hilarious.
Then yeah, I think him and I should watch it.
Yeah, so that was a really good one.
The only other thing that I did this week was I made the viral Cadbury egg, like, protein balls. I don't know if you've been seeing that on TikTok or anything, but
No.
it's like this protein ball that you prep or whatever, but it has just, like, broken up little bits of Cadbury egg in it.
My
And Cadbury eggs,
gosh, I know.
we go back.
We go way back.
Yeah.
Love Cadbury eggs.
We could toss a whole bag, each of us.
I
Easy.
used to.
Easy. Yeah. What?
It just reminded me, I'm like, last week my boss had Cadbury eggs and she offered me one and I was like, I can't.
Yeah. The restraint that it takes with
'Cause
those.
it's so bad. And if I get started, I will not stop. Like if I
Same.
knew if I ate that one Cadbury egg, I would have ran to the grocery store after work and like come home with a gigantic bag. I'm like, I can't do this.
No.
Because that's just what we used to do. We would throw
Yeah.
them back.
Throw them back. They're just crack.
They're cracked.
Yeah. And they're good. I feel like I want to adjust the recipe just a little bit. It was super, like, a little heavy on, like, the honey or something was just a little off, but really, really good. So those have been out. I think that recipe came out last year and it went viral on TikTok and everyone started making them. It's just this cute mom at home doing recipes and
Love that.
yeah, just went viral.
That is so fun. Did you end up baking them or is it like a throw in the fridge thing?
Yeah. Made them into little balls and then I actually put them in the freezer to set a little bit
Mm.
and then tossed them into the fridge.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. I'm needing things that, like, I can grab easily. Moms with toddlers, anyone really, can understand that
Yeah.
life is just too busy. Like, I don't have time to just make things on the fly.
Mhm.
Even just be in the kitchen and cooking with a toddler is impossible. We'll preheat the oven. Mind you, we have baby-proofing stuff on every little thing in this house, let me tell you.
Arden's house is literally Fort Knox. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. We come
It's
over and there's like a new, like high-tech lock on like the
Yeah.
fridge. Remember mom's like, how do
Yes.
I get this open? It was
Everyone.
like, it's like that scene from Friends where Joey's trying to get, or someone trying to
Yes.
get the toilet open and he
Yes.
can't do it.
He's so pissed.
It's
Yeah,
so
that's our
funny.
life, and so we have we even have locks on the ovens, we have little controls on the oven so you can lock it, like the actual, like, um, electronic controls and stuff like that. But we'll preheat the oven, and he'll just casually walk into the kitchen and hit cancel, and
Is he really?
he is. Yeah, and he knows the only button he presses, cancel. It's not like he's been beep, 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 and then accidentally hits the cancel. No, it's
No.
he comes in with an agenda, and he's like, "I'm gonna cancel." And so we're doing stuff in the kitchen, we're trying to cook and whatever, and we've got the oven preheating, and we're almost there, whatever, and Connor comes in, "Beep." We're like, "I'm done. Take me out."
My gosh,
And
he
that's
is
always when we're at our
so
wits' end.
smart.
He's so smart. It's insane.
He's too smart, like,
Too
for his
smart.
own good
Yeah, and our own good. Yeah.
and your own good.
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad. But,
My gosh.
yeah, no, they don't go in the oven, so
That is hilarious, though.
so funny. Okay, so our next segment is what we are scheming up this week. And these are just things that we're loving either this week or lately in general. And yeah, I've got a couple things. What about you?
One kind of recent thing, it's this new show that just came out on Netflix. It's like a mini series.
Wait a second.
It's
What is it?
something very bad is about to happen.
I just
Stop
started
it.
watching that last night.
No. I watched it
Yes.
on Friday night and finished Saturday at, like, midnight. Like, I watched it all at once. I watched all 8 episodes.
Okay, so it's still like it stays good.
It's so good.
Okay, well, it's so good so far. I think we're only maybe an episode and a half in before we fell asleep. But yeah, we started that last night.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is so good, and it's the same producers that did Stranger
Yes, the Duffer
Things.
Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And I just love this whole show because you don't really know what's gonna happen, but it's not like one of those shows like, I watched it by myself. I slept fine at night. It wasn't like some
Not me.
No?
No. No.
Wait, that's hilarious. Yeah.
No. I was telling Gavin last night, I'm like, I think my tolerance is, like, getting lower for this stuff because 'cause I'm, like, a horror movie fanatic, and
Yeah.
I guess I normally watch horror movies on the regular, but for some reason, that show was getting me. Like, I jumped and threw my phone and, like, I literally was, like, reaching to him to, like, be like, "Oh, I'm spooked." Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
that's
know
so
why.
funny. But you know what? The spookiest episodes are at the very beginning.
Okay.
And then it kinda takes a turn, a cool turn, like a little something you're not expecting.
Hey. Oh, I'm so
And
excited.
and then there's some, like, humor in there, and I don't it's good.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's what
love
I was
that.
scheming up this week.
Love. Yeah, well, I am so late to the party on this, but I started reading the Fourth Wing series, and let me tell you, what have I been missing? I don't know
Sis.
what took me so long. Grace has been trying to get me on this train for ever, and I'm like, "Okay, okay, okay." Like, I read ACOTAR well, I'm almost done with ACOTAR. Yeah, it's been years. Like, I've started and I stopped. I think I have the last 2 books to read, but yeah, I don't know what took me so long, but Fourth Wing is so freaking good, and so I read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame,
Huh?
and now I'm on Onyx Storm, and so this week I started that and took a little break because we were doing a lot of prep for the podcast for a couple weeks, and so I
Yeah,
didn't
we
really
were.
read a lot, but yeah, this week I got back into it once the, first episode was kind of on its way, and we really felt like we'd gotten it. So, yeah, this weekend,
Mhm.
actually, and it's so good so far. I guess I don't know, it's hard to say. I don't wanna, like, spoil it for people who haven't read it.
Yeah. True.
I guess I won't say too much, but okay, well, here, I'll just say this. There's gonna be a spoiler in, like, 5 seconds, so skip ahead if you do not want to know what
There
happens
you
in
go.
Onyx Storm. Okay. The book starts well, I guess it's been, like, a couple weeks since I ended, Iron Flame, so my mind is forgetting where it ended, but he's Venom, has some venom or something in him. That's how it
Yep.
starts.
Yep.
Can't.
You're in for it.
I can't. It's so painful.
So painful.
So, yeah,
Poor Zayden.
love him. Love him.
Yeah, no, if you have not read this series, you need to read this series. It is so high up there for me. I'm like, you can see in the background, I have got so many books. I feel like I've read so many of the popular
Yes,
series that's like out there
you've read
on.
everything.
Oh, and that one is still right at the top with for me, along with like Throne of Glass and ACOTAR, and then there are a few others, but out of the popular ones, those 3,
Yeah.
they're musts.
Yeah, man, so good. And honestly, it's like once I got onto the train, I was just so happy that I still had like, because everyone's like, "Oh, what I would give to start that over or, like, read it for the first time." So you feel like you're just reading something so special. Um, yeah, and the other thing that I am scheming up this week or loving this week is car wash therapy sessions. I swear,
Yes.
it's my new form of therapy. It's just getting out of the house by yourself. It's, a rarity as a mom, and getting to just go to the car wash, throw on a podcast, and just deep clean my car. So
There is
nice.
no better feeling than when your car is just so clean, like, not just the outside, but the inside, and like you said with I know you have car wipes.
Yes,
I
the car
have car
wipes.
wipes to just get
Go
and I'm always,
ham.
like, shocked at how dirty even just, like, the steering wheel gets or the gear shift, like,
Yes.
it feels
Yeah.
so good having a clean car. It's like, "New car, new me."
Yes, absolutely. And then I can't get too attached because then,
Mhm.
I put Connor in the back and give him a couple nuggets and boom, we're back.
Um,
Still, I'd rather start from there than continue to just build upon the disaster that is my car. So it's just so relaxing. I don't know, something about it. And you're like outside, if you go, the perfect time is like as the sun is setting and
Mm,
the air is just crisp.
the ambiance
The ambiance,
of the
yet
car wash.
it's something, I swear. It's so good.
That's
Um,
amazing.
love that.
Yeah,
But that's
I
kind
love
of is
that
it
for you.
yeah, thank you. Anything else you are scheming up this week, or are we gonna move to our what we're scheming on?
I would say probably just the last thing, because you kind of inspired me, that I'll say on what we're scheming up is that I feel like I am in this nesting phase for summer. Like, I just bought like a little outdoor rug for the patio on the main level from Amazon. It's getting here today. I feel like that's been my form of therapy, just like
Yeah,
being outside, getting, the front door ready, switching out to like spring flowers. And that has been like my therapy, but it's also cost me money. So
yeah,
that sucks.
yeah.
But
Spending money can also be therapy.
it
That
can.
yeah,
But it has been so fun to just like focus on the outside of the house for once, because you
yeah,
don't do it for so long.
yes.
Feel like that's
Yeah,
been
really
therapeutic.
romanticizing, like, the seasons changing and really, like,
Mhm.
leaning into what's coming. I think that's really
Yes.
fun. Like, really leaning into the fact that we're in spring and that's leading to summer and just yeah, romanticizing the new vibe upon us.
Love that. That's made me happy. And then I guess the last thing is that I'm going to St. George next week for work, and so
Yeah.
I heard it's gonna get kinda cold next week.
Really?
Yeah, like, possibly snow on one of the days.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be in
Dang.
St. George, so I'm kinda like,
Yeah, that'll be nice. You'll miss that whole thing.
"Mhm."
Yeah, St. George is actually, like, really pretty, like, when we drive through there, it's like, I always thought it was so ugly as a kid. Like, I feel like
I agree.
and I feel like when Gavin and I what was it? It must have been our big trip. No, we went to California for a wedding, and we drove
Yes.
with Connor, and on our way there and back, we stopped in St. George, got Viva Chicken, and that was actually a North Carolina thing, and so it's just so funny that that's where we have one thing in Utah is in St. George is Viva Chicken.
I did not know that was like an East Coast thing.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, I don't know where it originated from. I think it might have been North Carolina. But anyways, yeah, it's super yummy. We're Peruvian on our mom's side, so we love Peruvian food. Love. But, yeah, so when we stopped through St. George, I'm always I like, these last couple of times, I'm just thinking, "Wow, this is actually nicer than I remember as a kid." Like, it's changed probably so
Mhm.
much. They've done so many improvements. That's probably why.
It's true. Yeah, I'm excited to go down there. I love the warm weather, hoping
Yeah.
it can be a little mix of business and fun,
Yes.
Um,
Are you
because
going with
that's
any
always the
girls?
best. Yeah, I'm going with a coworker of mine
Fun.
who's a girl,
Yay. So fun.
so that'll be fun, and
Well, have some Viva chicken for me.
I will
Yeah, yummy,
maybe
yummy.
bring some back for you.
That's a good idea. Okay, so we're going to move into our next segment, which is what we're scheming on this week. And we are going to do a little recap of season 4, episode 1 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And I know the whole season is out, so everyone's seen it. Everyone's probably like, we're, it's old news, but I personally, there's never enough podcasts out there for me on people sharing their takes on Bachelorette and Mormon
Mhm.
Wives and Love is Blind, whatever it is, like, I just eat that up, so,
Yeah,
if anyone's like, "I want another one, I want another one to give one another thousandth perspective on this show," you've got
you
one.
got it with us.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Do you
Okay.
wanna start us off?
Alright. Well, first of all, the first scene starts with Taylor and Chase and them doing that little spin move. I just think it's funny because that whole thing is clearly for the show. He has gone into a podcast and been like, I have never had feelings for Taylor. I don't have feelings for Taylor. And I don't think he's lying personally on that. And Taylor's also been like, I've never liked Chase. I think they're both really good at playing things up for TV. And I don't think that, I don't know. I'd say I don't think that Taylor or Chase would do that to Miranda, but with the newest thing that just came out this week, I guess I don't know. But anyways, that scene was just,
That's so true. It felt like it was just for the plot,
yeah.
and it was
Yeah,
so
agreed.
random,
So
and then
random.
it never resurfaced.
No, that's what makes it so, like, not genuine because they're just
Yeah.
doing it for the show, which it's, I guess, a little entertaining, but when you know that there's actually, like it's just silly. It's just not real. You're like, spare me.
Yeah. Spare me.
Spare me. Let's see, what are my thoughts about Jordan, Jesse? God, we have so much actually to catch up on with them this week. It's insane, but that they're packing for a trip, and Jordan mentions that he will be 1000% he will be hit on when he's on this trip.
My gosh.
And I
I
was like
remember that part and going like,
like look, okay, I went to high school with Jordan, and he had a big ego then, and he has a big ego now, and it gives me the biggest ick on the freaking planet.
the
The fact that
biggest ick.
he's just matter-of-factly being like, "Well, I'm for sure gonna get hit on."
Ew.
No. First of all, if you're hot, your looks will speak for themselves.
That's so true.
So, let's just not that's so
First of all,
embarrassing.
ew.
Ew.
Second of all, not likely.
Nope. Second of all, you're reaching, but sure, sure, Jordan.
Sure. Jesse's like, okay.
Right. She's in the back of her mind, she's like, "I friggin' hope so. Can someone take you away from me? Good
Save
lord,
me.
save me."
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I'll jump in with one of my notes since we're on
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
It was that scene where they're gonna do the butterfly release. This is when he's announcing that they're going to the villa. But, it's like, I think it was Michaela holding the butterflies, and it's supposed to just be this like cute little thing. And they're like getting ready to release it. And out of nowhere, here's Jordan. Can I make an announcement? And all the girls just like immediately look at him and are just like, what are you doing? And I'm
And
like,
actually
no, you cannot.
actually, no. I think
No.
they all stood back. I was shocked they all just let him. I'm like I'd have been like, "Actually, nah, no,
Yeah.
no."
But I'm like, and then it goes to the interview of Macy and where she's just like, what are you doing, Jordan? Like, I can't. I feel like she's been my internal monologue like all season
Yes.
with everything. It's
Yeah.
so funny, but I'm like,
So funny.
you just want to be someone so bad, Jordan.
Yes. It's the try hard. It's, like, absolutely unbearable to watch. It reminds me of what is the meme that it says, like, "I was trying to enjoy this, and then all of a sudden I
Yeah.
heard this scratchy
This
sound."
aggravating,
Aggravating.
aggravating, grating
Yeah.
voice. That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when all of a sudden, like, a scene's happening and Jordan's like, "So can I say," and we're all like,
Like,
"No,
no,
go away. Get
stop.
out of here."
I can't. Daniel would say stuff too. He's just like, oh my God, he just wants to be one of the girls so bad. Like, I don't think he wants to be in dad talk. I think he wants to be part of mom talk. And I'm like, yeah.
He wants this is the thing, and we're seeing this more and more. He wants to be Dakota so badly, and it's sad at the same time that, like, I feel like a guy that has such a big ego, it really stems from a lot of insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he probably has had that his whole life because, I mean, I don't know. I feel like he thought he was hot shit in high school, and a lot of people treated him like hot shit in high school, but I don't know. As you get older, it's like he peaked, and you're like, "Okay, now you're
Mm-hmm.
being this guy that you're trying to be this, I don't know, womanizer and just, oh, the ladies want me, and I'm just so cool," and he really is he's so insecure, and
Yes.
he is trying to overcompensate, and, Dakota is living this lifestyle of, girls are generally pretty interested in Dakota,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Jordan's like, "Dang, I wanna feel that. I wanna feel wanted like that by,
Mm-hmm.
this many girls," and all that stuff. So I just feel like he's trying to make something happen that is making him look way, way worse.
Way worse. So bad. But I think you're on point with the fact that he's just so insecure. And it doesn't have to be about anything physical, but I just
Yeah.
feel like he knows, like, he is lacking in so many areas to be like a good partner. And I think it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so obvious.
So obvious. What do you have anything from, like, the beginning of the episode? Or my next one is Miranda and Layla, so
Well, I just thought, I don't know exactly where this was in the episode, but it was, I just think Jen is so funny in this episode.
you like Jen?
Well, in this episode, I thought she was funny. I don't really have thoughts on Jen, to be honest. Sometimes I like her. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, you're too good for everyone energy. But I thought she was really funny when Zach was going to the villa and she just couldn't care less.
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, go to the villa. She's like, he'll never find better than this. Let's
Yeah.
be real. And I'm like, her energy with Zach is just like top tier as far as
Yeah.
that goes.
Yeah.
And she's like, and besides, I want the tea.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's
girl,
so
I
relatable.
respect you for
Yeah.
letting your husband go to that because I get why the other wives would be like, hell no. I
Yeah.
don't,
No.
you know?
No. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know if I could, man.
I don't know. I really don't. It's, like, not a hard no, it's not a hard yes. I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that scenario. I mean, it's like I know that they could be trusted, you
Yeah, I'm
know?
not worried.
I'm not worried about, like, I don't know.
I don't
I just
know.
feel like you're just putting yourself in a bad situation, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's so far away that it kind of makes it a little bit more like if it was happening, like, close to home and, yeah, it was gonna be a little sketchy, there's gonna be a lot of,
Mhm.
single ladies getting naked and, like, throwing themselves. but there's gonna be, like, a lot of tea and stuff, and you're like, "Well, you're really close to home, you
It's
know? Go
true.
get the tea, and you're gonna be gone for a few hours and then come home," versus,
Yeah.
like, you're gonna be gone, like, this long away trip off in Italy or wherever
Europe?
the heck Europe,
Yeah.
and then it's just days after days after days of just, like, debauchery. I don't know. It could be
The more we
well,
talk about it, the more I'm leaning towards no.
things is a nah.
But
No. Yeah,
yeah.
I totally understand. Yeah. Well, so who is your favorite on the cast?
Okay, well, this season, I have loved Miranda.
Same. Yeah, I really like her too.
I'm like, last season, she wasn't really like in mom talk. It was a lot of her
Yeah,
trying to get into mom talk.
yeah,
And
which
so I feel
is
like we
funny,
didn't
but
really, I know, which I feel like we didn't really get to know her or like see anything, I don't know, about her. But I think she's so funny.
I think she's
And
really funny. Yeah.
I think she's
I
funny and she's
love a
pretty
girl with, like, a
real.
good humor like that.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I'm thinking of that one scene when it's like, people thought I wanted to come back to mom talk for clout when in reality it
Yeah.
was the money.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. There you go. Mhm.
she's just funny.
Yeah, she is funny. I think she had literally some of or all of the best one-liners the whole season. I think they were
Mhm.
just on point. Miranda's definitely my favorite. I do really like Macy, but what I was saying is I think that, like, Macy and Michaela sometimes give me a little bit of, like, Mean Girl vibes
Mhm.
sometimes. Like, in a way where they're so I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I just a vibe I get sometimes. I do think that if you were, like, really close with them, like, they would be good friends to you.
I agree.
But you can see that Jessie feels like they're her best friend, and Michaela and Macy always say, like, they're each other's best friends, and, like, they'll always try and include Jessie, and it just kind of feels as if they're more untouchable, like their friendship in a way or some I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's not really making sense.
Trios are so hard.
So
Like
hard. I
groups
experienced
of
that.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they never really work because at the end of the day, you will always be closest probably to one person.
It's
And it might
true.
intermix, but it's like there's always just going to be one person that you click with the most and gets you the most.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, if I have kids, it's even numbers. It's like you can
True.
have 1, you can have 2, you can't have 3.
Yeah.
I will not get to 4,
Yeah.
but
So we're at 2.
1 or 2
Yeah.
because it just doesn't work.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. It's the three group is really difficult. Like I feel like even when I was here in high school, I had a really close friend and then we kind of added a second friend and it kind of seemed to it really just like changed the dynamic of the group, and it made, like, you know, a couple people get closer, and then it kinda phases, like, another person out, type of a thing.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's definitely tricky. It seems like they're closest together, and then they have close friends, but, yeah, I don't really think but Jen, I don't like Jen
At all?
at all.
What's your thing with Jen?
I get like she is so fake. And I started to read it from like the Affleck stuff and her really starting something that she was thinking was going to be a really good storyline and just going rogue with it and the whole
I
family.
remember that.
She knew that she wasn't and she started to kind of give into it later, but I think she is a very good game player. And at the end of the day, like respect, girl. Like
Mhm.
you're making more than your husband ever would as a doctor, so he quit that dream, but I get so much fake vibes from her. I feel
I
like
do
she
too.
is, like, kind of a big liar, and I don't ever feel like anyone's seeing the real Jen. Like, I feel like we're just kinda dancing around with this Jen that's playing it up for the cameras.
That's fair. I feel like I also get a little bit of those vibes, but she's just been so removed kinda the past few seasons
Yeah,
to where it's like, I don't know, I've kind of, like, been, like, whatever with her. I don't
yeah,
really she's not, like, one of the main kind of characters anymore. I mean, I guess she kind of was this season with like Dancing with the Stars, but even then she was just like removed.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I don't know. I don't really mind her for anything necessarily, but it's also because she's just not that, I don't know, in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesse's, after her and Jordan's fight, I hate to go back to them, but I just feel like there's so much about them this whole season.
Yes.
But like, it's just so sad. Like her away bag, like she pulls up to the
Yes.
party and she's got her like overnight hotel bag that
Yeah.
everyone already knows about. Like this has to happen so much. And
Seriously.
it was so funny though, because in the car before they walk in and they're like fighting, she's like, I don't know what to tell you, Jordan. We don't have therapy this week, so I don't know what to do.
Yes.
And I'm like,
She is so done. And I
she's
don't blame her one
so
bit.
done. I know.
Yeah.
I don't blame her at all. I
Yeah.
would be
I don't
done
blame
too.
her one bit. Yeah.
But I just thought that was so funny. We do not have therapy this week.
Yeah.
I don't know how to even speak to you right now.
Yes. We can't have this conversation. We don't have therapy this week.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So funny. But I feel like those were all my main notes just on the episode. It was a good intro. I felt like, I don't know, does get you excited for the rest of the season. I felt like this whole season was very like drama filled.
Yeah. The season was really intense, like with the drama, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like. Yeah, I feel like my thought on Layla and Mason's relationship, because we know now that they're not together. And it reminded me so much of just like how kind of like a high school relationship a little bit where you end up like so into somebody, but you're playing it cool so you don't seem like you're as interested and you're protecting yourself, not like for an outside image. Like, I don't think she cared if anyone else thought that she was obsessed with him, but you're playing it cool to kind of almost convince yourself, like, I'm not that into him. It's fine. It's
Yes.
fine. But she was so into him, and you could see it after they broke up and how sad her videos were, and just the fact that I just think that he did her so dirty. I don't think that he wanted her. I think he
I
used
literally
her.
know nothing about them post this season. I haven't
Yeah,
seen anything. And I don't know anything about Mason, like as a person. I
yeah,
don't know if he's good. I know nothing about them.
yeah. He dumped her. He broke up with her. And essentially, he was like, I don't even know what his reason, like, oh, we just need to take some time. Like, I don't even know. I can't remember his reason. But of course, classic fashion. He's seen with a new girl, a couple days later. And it just like begs the question as to,
It's so messed.
it's just so messed. I mean, they were together for like almost a year. And it just felt like he had a game plan. I feel like a lot of the guys,
I'm
his brother
like,
Chase, all of
I
them, they
was
all
going
are
to
like,
say, him and Chase, they're the clout chasers.
exactly. Yeah. And I really feel like he it was his way in to seem like this really sweet and cute and like really just get this like lovable edit as her boyfriend, and then, okay, peace out. I've got some recognition. Okay, now I'm gonna go get with a girl that I actually want to be with. I don't know. That's the vibes. It's a little harsh, but I feel like that's the vibes that I was getting, and how cold he was from what because Layla's dropped a lot of tea on like her social media about how bad the breakup was and how he just basically was just done. And we've had that happen, it's like, that like guys just they're not into you if they peace out and they're seen with somebody else a couple days later.
Yeah, that was my first boyfriend.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
messed.
it's so messed.
It
So
hurts.
it hurts, and it feels very high school. It just doesn't feel very adult. Like, she's a mom with 2 kids. Like, if a guy did that to me now,
Yeah.
I would just be like, "Okay. Like, thanks for wasting my time."
No,
Like, I don't
that's
know. That's
so
just
true.
such it's just so like, just grow up. I don't know. They're all but they're actually Layla is Layla's the closest in age to you.
Isn't she 24?
Yeah, I think she's 24. And Mason, I think, is younger. I don't know.
So
I
maybe
don't know
he's
what
my
Mason
age?
maybe. You're way more mature, so it's just crazy. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
I
don't
just feel
know.
bad.
I feel bad too. Poor girl.
I know. So hopefully, and it just feels like the last boyfriend did that to her too in the last season. He really used her for clout and, getting on the show and everything. And it was just, I don't know. I hope she finds just a really good, solid guy that would be an incredible stepdad and that would take her seriously and like just, yeah,
So
yeah,
true.
it just wasn't it.
Yeah. You need a man.
You need a man.
You need a real
Yeah.
man.
I made a note that they did this thing called the sip and see in the first episode, and I literally put my worst nightmare. Let me let me take my brand new newborn,
Yes.
get a party together so everyone can come sip and see my newborn. Yeah.
It doesn't get worse for
No.
you.
No. Mm-mm. Nee.
That is so funny. I didn't even think about that, honestly, because nothing that these women do really surprised me as far as like
Yeah.
events and like the absurdity of it all.
Yeah.
But I'm
Let's
like,
go
now that
sip
I'm
and
thinking
see.
about it, what a terrible idea.
Here's my newborn that's susceptible to everything.
All the
And
germs.
all the germs, all the sickness and stuff, and I was on freaking lockdown with Connor, and then these women are out here throwing a party, and so anyone and everyone can come and freaking get up close to
My
the baby's
gosh.
face, and, I mean, like, is there a hand washing station? Like, what's going on? Macy's a germaphobe too, she's just like me. She's
Yeah.
like, everywhere she goes, she wants everything wiped down, she's always worried about hugging people and people getting sick and everything, so I'm like, "Macy, girl, were you just convinced by the cast? Because I would have been like, eh.
They.
Not today. Absolutely not.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
It's a very valid and good point.
yeah. One thing I put down was Whitney's glow up.
My gosh. She
That
looks
girl,
so good.
that girl is looking so freaking good. Unbelievable. That's what dance does, I swear. Like, just when you are dancing like that full
So
time,
good.
and then you're also backing it up with clean eating and all that stuff, your body looks incredible and her everything.
Incredible.
The new hair color, her body, everything. She looks
Her
fabulous.
face,
Her
everything.
face,
Yeah,
so
Daniel,
gorgeous.
when she first came on the screen, even Daniel was like, "Who is that?"
Yeah,
Because he remembers her from, like, season 1, season 2, she looked very different.
yeah,
And I'm like, "That's Whitney." He's like,
yeah,
"Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Wow, she looks good."
yeah.
Like, much
She
better.
looks so good.
Mhm.
And it's just nice. I mean, too, it's like in the first few seasons, she was kind of like freshly postpartum and I think pregnant at one point too and everything. And it's like I can relate to that. It's just you're just not at your peak. Like I'm 2 years post baby, and I feel like I ain't anywhere near what I was prior, or it's just motherhood changes you. So we can all hope for a Whitney Levitt post baby glow up.
Period. Yep.
Girlfriend, it figured out. She did say that she was on GLP-1s but this was a while back, not her recent glow up, but
Mm.
one of her, she had like gained a lot of weight from pregnancy or something and then lost a bunch. And at that lost point was because of GLP-1s. And this time around, when her body's looking incredible, she just looks strong and fit and like perfection.
She does.
And she's like, "No, I swear, I swear I'm not on GLP-1s this time." She's like, "They made me feel like shit, and she's just really, like, has honed in her health. Like, she's tracking, she's really making sure she's eating really clean, and obviously all the dancing and activity that she's doing on Broadway and everything, like, she's just so in shape." So, yeah,
I know. Total respect. My gosh. Yeah, we would all
seriously.
love a Whitney Levitt glow up.
Yeah, mama will get it one day
Heck
after
yeah.
after we're all done with the babies. Really.
Seriously. You look so great. And I'm
Thanks, you're
like,
so nice.
you really
Honestly,
do.
yeah, it's a trip definitely to see how much changes and with having kids and everything, but I really am at the end of the day, I'm so freaking grateful. I know it's so cliche, but and look, am I so grateful and am I also hard on myself? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. Both can exist at the same time. But I am so grateful and this is I guess a little bit of tea, but we're not done having kids. And so with that being said, that wasn't always, I guess, maybe the case for us, and so I feel like my goal right now is just to be healthy, to be putting healthy things in my body, to be walking a lot, we're playing tennis, different things like that. That's just, like, really good for my overall health, but you do a little bit of different things when you're actually, like, done with kids, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
Mhm.
Whitney's done, like, Billy is her
Done.
last baby, and so you get into a different mindset, and until you are said done with kids, your brain is still in this mindset of like, "Oh, well, I'm still gonna have another kid, so it's not like I'm gonna get the girls done. It's not like I'm gonna, you know,
Yes.
go ham on this certain path to looking this certain way or whatever,"
Totally.
because you just have in the back of your mind, well, it's like, well, then, oh, in this many months, I'm probably gonna start trying, and then I'm gonna be pregnant, and then I'll be postpartum, and then I don't probably won't, a year after the baby, I'll probably start working out. You're just like,
I
okay,
know. It's so hard too, because it's like, okay, you have your first baby, and then you're in this like limbo of, well, do I try and, work out like Whitney Lovett and like get
yes,
down when I know I'm just gonna have to go back up and do it all over again? Like some
yeah,
women do that, but
yeah,
like that's so hard.
it's so hard,
And I
and I
just
think a
feel
lot of
like that
people make it seem
messes with the mental.
it does, and people on social media definitely make it seem like that's just the norm, especially here in Utah. I feel like, first of all, a lot of like they work out probably a lot before, which helps your body bounce back, as they say. Like,
Mhm.
your body is able to come back down a lot quicker. But people here just make it seem very like my goal is to look, 5 days post-op like I never was pregnant. I'm like,
Yes,
yeah, ain't
that
me.
would be great,
Yeah, that would be
but
lovely, but that's not
lovely.
that would be lovely, but
Yeah.
that is not like the overall like super relatable experience to most moms.
No.
So you just have to, keep trying. We all want to try for something. We want to
Mhm.
have a goal. Like, don't just, say, like, F it, I'm going to be the fattest human alive and I'm not going to give a crap about about my health and like what I look like because that's not good for your mental either.
No.
But find like a happy medium because at the end of the day, your body is producing these babies and you're doing the best you can. So just, just keep going. We'll have Whitney's glow up. We all hope to have a Whitney glow up. Sis,
Hell
you
yeah.
don't even have to worry about that. But
I want
you
her muscle is what I
yes.
want.
My
And
gosh,
she's
she
just,
just
like,
looks so
glowing,
she
you know?
is.
Let's, like, not even the body aside, she looks so happy and is just glowing. Her smile, her whole face lights up, and she's, like,
Yes.
radiating joy,
Yep.
and I'm just like, "I don't have that.
Yeah.
I
No, we're
definitely do not have that." I'm like
no.
I can tell, and I'm like,
I could
so I
tell.
don't know if it's I think it is. She's just so in her element, like, she
She
found her
is.
thing, and
So proud.
she's, like, so happy on the inside, it feels like,
Yep.
and that just is freaking pouring out of her on the outside because
It's so true.
she
She's
looks
living her
so
dream.
fulfilled,
She does. She's got
and
her
I can tell.
babies, she's got her career, and she's just popping off, and I could not be more happy for her.
Me
These
too.
girls ripped her a new you know what through the
Yeah.
first few seasons, and it is so nice to just see her be like, she's still being really nice to all the
Mhm.
girls, which she's better than me. I don't know if I could after they were so mean like that
I know.
for so long to me, and then all of a sudden I'm, like, doing so good, and they're like, "Hey." I don't know if I could do that, but, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so
Proud of
happy
her.
for her.
Mhm.
Jessie, Jessie girl, her surgeries, and what is so crazy is you texted me and you were like, "Jessie looks actually so good this season." And I was
Mhm.
thinking the same thing, and I'm like, "Oh, but girl," because I don't think you knew that
I didn't.
yeah, like, she did some stuff post season 4, and she's come out and been like, "I hate it. I am I look horrible. I wish I wouldn't have done it." And I look back at season 4, obviously, now that we've seen it, and I'm like, wow, actually, she's had a lot more work done that I would suggest someone would get. But after that being said, she actually did really look good season 4. And if she had stopped at
She
that
did.
point, I think she would have just been fabulous. I mean, I don't know how you age with that much work, but either way, I just think she should have stopped.
Yeah, and because this was the thing, in the last season in every season, you can tell that she has work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I'm like, and in the last season, she looked like she had a lot of work. But then come this season, obviously we know she had work done because she looks so different, but it didn't look quite at, like, the pillow face was gone.
Yes.
The pillow face was gone. She looked more
Yes.
natural, like,
More
in some
feminine, which is
more
exactly what she
feminine.
wanted. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
it was.
100%. Because I think that she's unfortunately, it gets a lot of comments about how she looks trans and different things like that, and so I
Mhm,
think and it's because she just has, like, a really strong, face structure and stuff like that, and I think it just
mhm.
kind of gives off a little bit of a more masculine vibe sometimes, but I think with that latest work, or what we saw in season 4, she
Yep.
was looking very feminine and really pretty.
So feminine, so cute, so dainty. Like,
Yeah,
her features look dainty,
and she's
and
so tiny, so it actually
she's so
matches her, like,
tiny.
tininess. She's like
And
5'2".
yeah, there was, like, multiple times where she'd come on the screen and I'm like, "She looks like Megan Fox kinda," you
Yeah, she's
know?
looking good.
And I'm like, "This is your look. Stay
Yes.
here. Don't do
Yes.
any more." And then
Unfortunately
yep.
yeah,
And then sis told me that she did do more and she regrets it, and I'm like, "That is such
yeah,
a shame."
it is really a shame. I'm bummed for her, but she has and because of that, she came out and released a video about how what she thought on her Instagram, and it's a good video to watch. It's sad, but, I hope this helps her. She's really kind of almost at the point where she's trying to reverse what she just did, but what she just did is actually basically not reversible.
What did
So
she do?
she did fat grafting and to her face. And once you deposit the fat and it grafts and actually, like it's really, really hard to undo that.
So she put fat in her face?
Yes, and it's supposed to because of all the other work that she had gotten done, they were like, "Well, if we're gonna do" 'cause she wanted to do an upper and lower bleph, and they were saying something around along the lines of, "If you do that, we should fat graft because then you may get, like, this sunken face look of, like, having a lot of work, like when women kinda look like Saw."
Yeah.
And and so she was saying something like they were suggesting that I do that, and she's like, "I didn't eat it. I didn't eat it." And it's just sad.
It
And
really
she
does
didn't.
break my heart because I'm like,
Yeah.
I understand, just the pressures of being a woman and how you
Yeah.
look. And especially when you're so on display, everyone can just watch you, judge how you look, and feel free to tell you about it because they can.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
that is so hard. I understand her completely, but I feel like that's why it's
1,000%.
so just heartbreaking because she really was so, so beautiful. And it was just
Yeah, and
society
it's
and
society
the
and her home
pressures.
life. Jordan was horrible to her, and Jordan
Yeah.
treated her bad. Jordan made her feel not good enough, and she just had that in her previous relationship as well, and so it just is very it's very hard when the people around you are not uplifting and you're really trying to find it from within, but if you don't have it from within and then I can't even imagine, I couldn't do it. I couldn't be in her spot on national television. This is a stretch.
Yeah,
Like,
this is a stretch for
this
us.
is a
This
stretch.
feels brave.
It does. It's for
Yeah.
real. We're very private people. I can't imagine
Mhm.
going and doing that and feeling like getting everyone's opinions on how I look and
Mm-mm.
everything, and especially because she's so freaking rich, she has the money. She's like, "Well, okay, you're telling me that I look this way, I'm gonna go and get this done."
Yeah. I mean, if I was her, if I had just FU money and people are crapping on my appearance, telling me, "Oh, her nose is this," or "Oh, this, that," that would get to me too.
Yeah,
You'd catch me at the
1,000%.
doctor's office getting a nose job,
And the
you
therapy.
know? And the
Yeah,
therapy.
because 1,000%. Oh, what did you think about Taylor and the guy that she brought into this episode?
Was it
Ben?
Ben?
Yeah.
That was just so random. Again, it felt like it was something for the plot. Just something else to throw in. We never
Yeah.
saw him again, which I
No.
don't blame him because I would never come back if I were him. But I feel like he just
Yeah.
came on for the exposure and, because any regular guy, like I was watching that with Daniel and he was just like, bro, get out of there. Like, why are you
Run.
sticking around? Run.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my gosh. But he's just
Yeah.
sticking around. Like I just feel like he wanted the screen time. And the
Yeah.
producers probably just brought him on to just like
It was
add
a
an
good
extra
storyline.
guy into Taylor's life to prep her for
Yeah.
the Bachelorette. Like, why not?
Right. Yeah. Like she needs more.
I know.
Yeah. Agreed. I thought he seemed cute. He seemed like, sweet
Mm-hmm.
and normal. And I'm just like, I don't think Taylor's your girl. Like, I think you need to like hop on out because she's gonna eat you alive.
Eat you alive.
Yeah. So, but in Jesse's recent Call Her Daddy interview, she
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that Ben has come back around and that there is new information with Ben and not necessarily Ben and Taylor, but Ben. So I'm like, she said, stay tuned.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Because I'm like, Ben, you just lost all your credibility if you're going back at this point
Yes.
in time. Never
Yes.
mind.
Yeah.
Dakota
Yes.
part 2, here we go.
Oh, God, no. Yeah. So true.
But that's interesting.
I know. Very curious if like he has come back and maybe he is interested in somebody else in the
Yeah.
cast or,
If you had to place a bet, who do you think it would be?
well, who's available? Miranda and Layla?
Miranda, Layla, Jesse. Did you see
Yes.
McK
No.
think her and Jace are getting divorced?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm super confused because I think they separated for
Mm-hmm.
sure. And she's like, oh, I think she's living in California now, full time. But she's also said in interviews that her and Jace are trying to work on things. But at one point they said that they were separated.
Mm-hmm.
So it's rocky either way, for sure. People are dropping like flies over there.
Dropping like flies. Dad
Yeah.
talk's falling apart.
For real. Gosh, and mom talks all about to be single gals. Like, this is just crazy. I mean,
That's wild.
I knock on wood, but I really don't see Whitney and Connor getting divorced. I really hope not. And then I don't see Macy and Jacob necessarily getting divorced.
I don't really either.
Jen and Zach, don't know.
I
That's
don't
up in the air.
know. That's up
That's
in the
up in the
air.
air. But Jesse and Jordan, phew, finally
Phew.
done. Taylor and Dakota, who freaking knows? That's crazy. But yeah,
So crazy. And to think that, like, it's crazy that they were never married.
yeah,
Like, this isn't like an ex-husband or this is an
nope.
ex-boyfriend. I mean, yes,
Ex-boyfriend, baby daddy.
it's a baby daddy, like,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just crazy that they never even like took that step. But
Yeah.
they're obviously treated like a divorced couple because they share a kid.
Yep.
But it's like,
Yeah.
no,
No.
they never
No.
did.
No. And honestly, they never really like dated. I mean, it was rocky from the start. They were on and off and on and off. And
And then
yeah.
boom, prego.
Yeah. Well, and they had a miscarriage first. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
do remember that.
They had a miscarriage first. So they tried.
Why would you ever? Okay, I'm not going to judge. But why on earth are you like actively trying to have a child with a new boyfriend?
I don't. That's Taylor for you.
That makes 0 sense.
Yeah. 0 cents. I think, but Taylor was so utterly obsessed with Dakota, clearly. Dakota clearly he did not feel the way that she wanted him to feel about her. And it turned her into an absolute menace.
Yeah.
And
But
she
girl, why
just,
weren't you sorry,
no, go.
getting heated, but I'm just like, why weren't you pushing for an engagement or marriage first?
True.
That would
Yeah.
have been the ultimate commitment.
Yeah.
Why are you pushing for a baby
Okay.
before
I think I
that?
know why.
Okay, why?
I think I know why. Because she was upset with Dakota because he was treating Jenna like she was this precious, pure, untouchable girl.
Little
And Taylor,
angel.
little angel, like, oh, he grazed her hand the night before and he's texting her like, did we go too far? I'm so, oh,
Ew, sick.
yeah, sick.
So sick.
And then Taylor, he's texting her that same night at 10 p.m. like, hey, can I come over? Let's, you know, do
Yeah.
the
Let's
deed.
bang.
Let's bang. And Taylor's like, okay, he has zero respect for me and I'm not going to be able to see past that. And so I think in her mind, it was really hard for her to see getting engaged and married because he could just turn around and he still feels the same way about her. But a baby, it's like she almost was
She baby
trying.
trapped him.
I think she kinda baby trapped him a little bit.
Yeah,
I
kinda
think
feel
it
that way too.
it seems like it was a conscious decision by both of them to try, so it's not necessarily a trap, but I think in her mind, it was her tying herself to Dakota no matter who he wanted or got with or, whatever
Yep,
happened in the future.
I so agree.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little and it's because you're messing around with babies and their lives, and it's just she was not in a space to have another child. Her other 2, are already from a different baby daddy, and you needed to not have that be a thing, but,
Yeah.
Ever's here now, and I think babies are never mistakes, so
No.
I just hope that the environment that he is growing up in can be as stable, as loving as possible because
Yes,
his
absolutely.
parents are reckless as shit. Who would you say Daniel's favorite is on the cast? I guess
Mm.
personality and looks could be different.
I feel like he likes Miranda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
personality-wise?
Yeah, and I think he likes Macy too.
Yeah,
I feel like those 2 are really easy to like,
yeah,
you know? They're pretty
agreed.
unproblematic,
Yeah,
and but I feel like last season, Daniel liked Demi, and I think it was just because she was, like, a major pot stirrer and he was like, "Oh, here comes Demi."
yeah,
Because he just knew some
bring
drama was gonna
something.
ensue,
Yeah,
but I don't think he actually, liked her as a person, but he
yeah,
liked her as a character on the show.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's valid. I can't believe she's not on this series, but kinda not, I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
very, very interesting.
She'll probably be back, let's be real.
Yeah, yeah, agreed.
Who's Gavin's?
Well, his favorite I wonder who he thinks is, like, the funniest. I bet he would think Miranda is
Yeah.
the funniest. I think he thinks Macy's the prettiest
Huh?
out of the group, but the funniest, I bet he would probably say Miranda. Yeah, and that yeah, so I bet between Macy and Miranda, he's probably the same, like,
Mhm.
they're probably his favorite of the cast. I would say that, but I'm just so glad that they watch with us because
Me
it just
too.
makes it so much more entertaining to hear their
So
commentary.
much more entertaining.
So good.
I know. It's the best.
Well, we are nearing the end of our episode. We're gonna do a quick little kind of a it's where our wild card segment is what we're calling it, and so it's
Mhm.
kind of something that will maybe shift every time we record. But this time we're gonna do a little sister
Sister?
trivia challenge. And it's going to be seeing how well we know each other, but at the same time, you're kind of getting to know us a little bit better.
Mhm.
Ask one and see if
Okay.
I know the answer.
Alright, let's see here. Do I prefer texting or calling?
Calling.
Yeah. I would literally rather call well, no. I only prefer calling with you,
Yeah.
mom, and Daniel.
Yeah. That's true.
Everyone else is texting
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Cause it's so jarring. Like someone that you don't talk to is just like,
Yes.
let's hop on a call. You're like,
About what? I
yeah.
need a prep.
Like other family members,
Yeah.
1000% we would be like, no, 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 text.
Yeah.
Text over call any day.
I'm like, you'll get a call. Can you do dinner on Sunday? And then you're on spot and you're like, shit.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I guess. Yes. Agreed.
So, but yeah, with like you three, I'll call even if it's like I need an answer to a textable question and it's like
Yeah.
a 5-second call.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. That's funny. Could I say who's mom's favorite? It says be honest.
Be honest.
Okay, who got in more trouble growing up?
You. For sure.
Yeah, but I was such a good kid,
You were such a good kid.
so I don't
But
really know why I was always getting in so much trouble. But I
I
did
just
for sure.
think parents ease up with the second kid, which is
Thousand
so
percent.
unfair to you. It's so unfair. I know I got the easier end of the stick with that one, but
Yeah.
it literally all parents do it.
Yeah.
You see it in everything. Like all of a sudden their fourth kid's eating dirt and they're like,
Yes. Yes,
You know?
absolutely. They're staying out until midnight, and the parent's like, "Where is that one?" Like, "Oh, nah." And then, if I'm not home by, 8:15 or something, whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Hell to pay, woman.
Yes. Yeah, I'm in big trouble.
Gosh. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was true. Okay. Am I a plan everything type of gal or a go with the flow type of gal?
Ooh, I guess it depends on what it is. Because I could say you're a little bit of a mix of both, but if I
Mhm.
were to have to pick between a plan everything or a go with the flow, that's really hard. And you know your answer?
I think. But like you said, I am a mix of both, but I think there
Yeah.
is one that I lean more towards.
Okay, I'll go plan everything. You were gonna say the opposite.
Yep. I love planning, but as I get older, I keep veering into the go with the flow.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know if it's just like I don't have the energy. If I need to plan, I'm a great planner.
you
I
are.
love hosting. I
Yes.
love like all of that, but if I'm going on a group trip
Yeah.
and someone else offers to take over the planning, go with the flow. I am so
Yes.
easy. I'll do whatever you want. Thank you for planning it. Like if
Yes.
someone's willing to take it over and off my plate,
Yeah.
I'll do that every time. Which I
Yeah.
used to not be like that.
Yeah.
I used to want to do it all, make sure
True.
it was all perfect
Agree.
and to my thing. But I don't know. I'm kind of at this like,
It's because 'cause we're so tapped out
yeah, that
that
could be
once
too.
you once your cup is so it's so overwhelmed, you're like, "Please, anybody help.
Yeah,
Someone take over this planning or this project or this thing that needs to be done." So, yeah, that
totally.
makes sense.
Yeah, and I feel like it's even become that way in, like, smaller aspects, like, Daniel's like, "How does Cafe Rio sound for dinner?" I'm like, "Good, sure,
Oh,
fine."
same.
When I used to be like, "I had that, like, 2 days ago."
Yeah.
Like, I'm
I
just like,
just I don't want the mental space it takes to
"Yeah." So,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, but I do go back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What do you think I would choose between? This is a little bit of a this or that.
Okay.
See. Beach trip or mountain trip?
Ooh, I think you'd pick mountain trip.
I think so too.
That's so hard, though, but I
It
feel
is
like it's
hard.
just because you have more exposure to the beach.
Yeah.
Like, when you were growing up and in California, because I
Yeah.
would pick beach trip, but it's just because,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love a good beach trip
Ugh,
with the family to like the OC,
mhm.
and I've had some of my best times doing that, but yeah, definitely it's so hard.
It's
Both.
so
Both
hard.
are so good. Okay, I'll just do a couple this or that in a row, and then
Okay.
you can do a couple this or that.
Okay.
What do you think I'd choose, Starbucks or Swig?
Swig.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Diet Coke all the way. Nothing added. I'm just a
No,
plain
no,
Diet Coke girl. No,
no dirty.
no dirty. It's just soda. No lemon or lime either. Yuck. Get out of here. Yuck. Okay, designer splurge or Amazon find?
Amazon find.
Yes.
I love a good Amazon find.
Yes. Okay, reality TV or true crime?
Reality TV.
Yeah, I think you're right. I
Yeah,
think yeah.
I
What
love a
yeah,
good suspense, but I
yeah,
don't know if I like, true crime.
it's true. I went through a really big true crime phase. Was all I was watching. I was just rewatching Forensic Files and Dateline and
Yeah, I remember you were in the
Criminal Minds.
documentary phase too.
Yes, yes. And I've really just kind of sometimes I'm just like, I don't want something that dark. I need I need some lightness.
Feel that so hard.
Okay, you give me a couple this or that's.
This or that. Stay in or go out.
Staying.
Absolutely. That was just
Yeah,
too easy.
same
Okay.
here.
Spring or summer? I love them
I
both.
Yeah, I'd be like, "You don't hate the heat like I do." So, like, for me, it'd be spring, but I'm like, I don't know. Maybe would you also be spring?
I would also be spring.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, if it's a good spring, like
Yeah.
this so far has been a great spring.
Yeah.
I love that 70s, like even low 80s, really I think that's great. But when we get into those 90s pushing on 100, like I can't even be
Yes.
outside.
No. It's
It's
so
too
bad.
hot. So that's why I would prefer spring, but I do love the energy and vibes of summer.
Of summer. Yeah, agreed. We've
Good.
reached the end of our episode. We will do we'll probably sprinkle in some trivia and some kind of fun questions here or there throughout the episodes, just in the beginnings. Listeners can get to know us a little bit better. But that's the end of our second episode. So fun.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, especially if you listened to our first episode. That made us so
Yes.
happy.
Yeah. That means so
And
much to us.
so much. That's so
Yeah.
sweet. And yeah, we're excited for next week and
Yeah.
hope you enjoy this episode.
Yeah. So see you next time.
Thanks for scheming with us today. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. Until next time, bye.
Yeah.